Nancy's roommate, said that she heard water running in Nancy's bathroom. When she went to investigate, she found Nancy lying on the floor of her bedroom.
Jody Spooner indicated that she believed that her roommate, Nancy Anderson, committed suicide.
By 6 p.m., patrol officers arrived at the Coral Terrace apartments. There was no indication of a forced entry, no damages to the door jamb, the doorknob, the latch.
After briefly evaluating the scene, officers call in Honolulu's Criminal Investigation Unit.
When detectives arrived, they went back into her bedroom. There were 2 twin beds in Nancy's bedroom. One was made and in order. The other twin bed, the sheet was stained with blood, and Nancy's body lay next to that twin bed. On her back, head up, eyes open, feet pointed towards the doorway.
Although her blouse was partially ripped, she was fully clothed other than that, so it didn't appear sex-related. But it was multiple puncture wounds. You know, it's very violent.
When detectives saw the nature and scope of the crime, they'd never seen something so shocking.
Given the brutal nature of the crime itself, it was quite obvious it wasn't a suicide as Jody had actually thought it might be. This was a homicide. Honolulu is a pretty large city, but we don't experience a whole lot of really violent and brutal homicides. Cases like Nancy Anderson's case, that's very unusual.
The injuries caused to Nancy were created by a sharp force instrument, so they were looking for a knife. They had looked through the kitchen and did not find any that would suggest that it had been used during the murder or that there was a particular knife that was missing. Investigators did find a towel that was on the floor near Nancy's body, which was clearly stained with blood. Another beach towel was right inside the front door to the apartment, also stained with what appeared to be blood.
Crime scene techs dust for prints and photograph the scene, while investigators search the rest of the building.
A third towel was found on the ground floor of the stairwell.
The towel in the stairwell, there was blood on it, and that established somebody actually left the apartment. It's very easy for someone who's perpetrating something like this to actually cut themselves.
Detectives believe the assailant used one or more towels to try to stop the bleeding.
Nancy's body is transported to the county morgue, where the medical examiner paints a disturbing picture of Nancy's murder.
The medical examiner had documented more than 60 stabbed and incised wounds.
They were able to estimate that the weapon used was a small knife, probably a paring knife, which is a relatively short-bladed knife, and it's much more difficult to actually kill somebody with a short knife in terms of being able to hit vital organs. From my perspective, the suspect is probably somebody she knows. There's a lot of emotion that seemed to be connected to this crime. 60+ stab wounds, that's not something that happens as a random homicide.